parsley. To be honest, right now I look like a straight tourist. I have my Nike hat, my Lululemon backpack, as well as my carry-on. And I came to Coimbra just because of a random YouTube video I watched, and now I'm here. So welcome, and I am so glad you can be with me here today. We are going to explore some top sites here. We're going to check out the university, which is always one of those top site favorites. And how did I get here? From the train? Well, I took the train from Porto to Coimbra. I have another vlog about Porto in a separate video. And we took the train here, and it took about an hour or so. And I followed people just walking towards the bus stop. I didn't really know what I was doing, and then I saw a bus stop and it said it was towards Universidad, and I was like, can't be a wrong one. So it took me to the city center, took me all the way up to the university, which was great because it's up a massive hill that I'm very glad I didn't walk on. And now let's go see and walk the grounds. It's a Tuesday today. I can see some of the university is under construction. This is one of the oldest universities in Europe in continued existence. It was originally based in Lisbon, founded by King Denis, and then transferred to Coimbra by King Louis III. Can't be sure, but that might be King John himself, the third. We are in the medieval prison of the university. It is the oldest medieval prison left standing in Europe, and it was in operation until 1834. So crazy. It doesn't say for who, but the medieval prison may have been used for students. This is, I believe, a 1-hour tour of the Joan Bibliothèque. J.K. Rowling also got inspiration here. The library is said to be the most beautiful library in the world. The ticket price of the Joanne's Library includes a couple of other entries around the university, including the St. Michael's Chapel, which is this here, and the Royal Palace that I'll go to shortly. The signature decoration here is these organs made out of more than 2,000 tubes. This was built around the 12th century. Also, fun fact about the library, back in the day they used to use bats as pest control to eat the insects that might gnaw away at the books. Just the last room. That crest is the crest of the university. Another top spot is to check out the Jardin Botanical. The university was absolutely amazing. It is the highlight of the city. I know I showed you a lot. I love history and I love all those fun facts I was able to give you. My friend Estelle shared that Jardin Botanical is her favorite spot in the city, and so far it's gorgeous. It's free admission. You just can walk through and just admire all the greens. Hello from Coimbra. Okay, I definitely say the city wrong every time, and I'm so sorry for that, but I'm having such a good hair day today. I washed my hair, and I am so glad the weather is beautiful. When I woke up this morning in Porto, it was raining, but in Coimbra, it is beautiful and sunny, and I can almost say it's warm. I'm almost sweating. The botanical gardens is so beautiful. So nice just to take a walk or sit on the benches, have a little snack or coffee. I'm getting tan this trip for sure. Look how beautiful it is. It's very well maintained. Look at those hedges. That gardener must be paid a fortune. Useful tip is that I came as a solo traveler to Coimbra, and when I arrived early in the morning by train, my hotel wasn't ready for check-in yet. And luckily at the university, where the ticket office, where you buy your tickets, they do have a luggage storing lockers for free. and there isn't many, so I'm at low season in the winter time, so it was fine. I don't think the lockers were really occupied. But if you come at high season, just keep in mind that there's not many lockers for storage. But that was so useful, and I'm so grateful that they are storing my locker so I can walk around the city for a little bit before going back there. Sensory garden. This is mint. This is an amazing experience. I can really smell it. Parsley. Nope, not spiky. These ones. This is the best experience. You have to come here. This is amazing. I'm not kidding. It says to taste. And it says it's pineapple sage. I can really taste the pineapple. What the heck? I didn't even know this spice existed. This is so good. Stop by for a quick bite at a random country. I've been dying to try the Francesinha, but it seems like it's huge. So this is very similar, but a smaller hamburger with still a cheese pile on top. So gonna have a quick bite before continuing on. Oh, and this one is only about €6, so super cheap for everything. This is how it looks inside, and the sauce is spicy. This is actually delicious, and I'm definitely gonna finish everything. There's a little bit of egg, ham, and beef between 2 sandwich breads and a pile of cheese on top. We finally walked all the way from the university to the Point Padona. It's a gorgeous bridge that crosses over the river to the other side of the city. Let's go check out those glass-stained bridges. And here is the bridge up close. It is absolutely gorgeous, and you get the view of the other part of the city. Super nice. We're coming down the hill, so I actually wouldn't recommend the walk. I walked here from the university, and it was about a 25-minute walk, but it's very hilly. It's all downhill, and I'm gonna have to walk uphill after that, so it's not gonna be a fun walk. The bridge itself is gorgeous. I would just say I'm surprised, like realistically, I'm surprised about how many shattered glasses there are. And it's not as super clean as I would think it would be, but it is still absolutely gorgeous. Definitely recommend. This is the 3rd top spot you definitely should visit. Coimbra is worth a visit. It does seem like a small town, but lots to see. A day trip is definitely worth it. I'm spending the night in Coimbra as well, just so I'm not too rushed, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous for a day. The outskirts of the botanic garden is so huge. There's a bunch of little different gardens all around leading up to the Jardin, the botanical. I don't even know what some of these things are. The old buildings by the Plaza Republic look so beautiful. I've always loved circular buildings at a corner of the street. Some of the buildings are better kept up than others, like the white and green one is gorgeous and it's really well maintained, and the one next to it isn't, but the architecture on the one next to it is so much more beautiful. And all these shops are just leading up to the Plaza de Republic. And it's really not about the plaza, the center plaza, but this is an area where students hang out. It's very close to the university, and people come and drink here, the students, and there's coffee shops, there's little restaurants that are all around this little plaza that's really, really cute just to hang out. So this is a little place to go if you want to grab a coffee or a little snack in Coimbra. There's oranges everywhere. It's just right on the street. And there's so many that they just fall on the ground. Yes, and I did pick 2. And we're walking back up the steps to the university just to grab my stuff. And this is the Uraza monuments, and legend says that if a virgin walks through these monuments will collapse, but they're still up after hundreds of years. Make love or the balls will fall. Earlier, right in the beginning of the video, we saw King John III, and yes, confirmed it is third, and this guy is King Dennis, the original founder of the university in the 12th century. This is the last bit of the museum of the university that we didn't check out earlier. It is the chemistry laboratory. A sneak peek of what's inside the chemistry lab. Has a little bit of Science World feels. If you were bringing kids with you, this would be a cute place to go. This is an example of Newton's disc, which can be seen here from 1858. The best part about traveling, and now I'm in Coimbra, is that it looks just as beautiful as it does in videos and in pictures as in person. But it hits you so much deeper when you're actually here. Love. I love my life. I hope you love yours. This next spot to check out is Igreja de Santa Cruz. It is so absolutely gorgeous, and there's little shops all around. We haven't walked here yet, so this is our first time checking out this little square, and definitely seems like a place I want to have a look. So this church closes at 5 p.m. so I'm gonna go inside, take a quick look before it closes. The first two kings of Portugal are buried here, so this building is considered a national pantheon. If you just want to visit the church, the admission is free. But if you want to take a closer look at the tombs and the other rooms, it's €3 per adult. Or if you're under 8 years old, you bring a child, it's free. But of course, if you come all this way, you will very likely want to take a closer look. Oh, this is so beautiful. I've seen a lot of churches have this type of square right in the center. But what stands out to me are those beautiful twisted rods. Like you can see a little close up here. If I refer back to the luxury road, it reminds me of those Tiffany keys from Tiffany & Co. The detailing on the walls. I noticed a lot of colors are blue and yellow, including the houses. I wonder if they mean anything. If anyone knows, drop a comment below and let me know. This is the view from up top. The first time I've seen something similar to this was the Roman baths in Baths, England. And I was with my family and I was amazed. That one was like incredibly gorgeous, but every time I see something similar to this, it never fails to amaze me, and the architecture and how everything is still preserved. Absolutely gorgeous. I wonder every time. What do you think? Do you think you would enjoy Coimbra so far? When you are finished with all the sights in Coimbra, or maybe you just need a break, you can always walk around the streets. They have lots of shops in the city, close to the church we were just at, and tons of restaurants that you could go try. Look at that, just magical. And I did all of this just in one day. I did just allocate one day for myself in Coimbra. I would say I did a lot, and I don't spend that much time eating or anything like that. I'm literally walking the whole time. I started at 10. It's about 5-ish right now. I might pop by one more cathedral, but it's about to close, so maybe we'll just see the outside of it. But I'm exhausted. I'm tired. There's tons of walking. So I would say that you could see Coimbra in one day. which is what a lot of guides recommend, but I didn't actually even cross the bridge to the other side of Coimbra, so you technically could stay another day. I think having 2 days here wouldn't hurt because I spent so long at the university that I didn't see too much else. I mean, I saw like 4 other sites, but you know what I mean. Like, I could have seen more. There's way more. I didn't walk around any of the streets yet, which is what I'm gonna do now. 1 day is great, but if you have 2 days, that would be good also. But I'm happy with my choice here. So let me show you a little bit more of the shops, and that is the main portion of the day in Coimbra. I hope you enjoy it and visit here sometime because it was absolutely fabulous. Keep in mind, sidewalks and roads kind of double as one. So be careful, especially on narrow streets. They still double as road and sidewalk. Everything is hand painted in Portugal. I am exhausted. Look at these steps. Oh God. They're very tall, very steep. I'm completely out of breath. Do you see how steep these stairs are? But now look at the view. Just in time for sunset. Sorry for my heavy breathing. I'm so out of shape. And admire. It's much bigger than I think. It does open for entry in, but it closes at 5:30. It's like a whole fortress. It's a clothing shop with very cool brands that I've never heard of, and some that I've heard of, like Carhartt. As most of them were a little bit of a higher price point, like 100, 150, moderate. And it was just fabulous. The designs were so nicely chosen and curated. Lots of different brands in there. These desserts are huge. They're like my face. They look like my rings. Fabric store. Surprisingly, there's a bunch of stores from Asia here. I'm making a huge mess, but this is the egg custard that's inside. It's cold inside. The custard is not runny and not too sweet. It's one of the pastries that are a little bit more famous in Coimbra. This is where I went for that. I'm not sure if it's any good, but there's a bunch of awards on the door. And it's right beside that famous church. And that is good night, Coimbra. Have a fabulous day, and I hope to see you again soon.